All right, let's get real. We're talking about that nightmare scenario, right? The one that gives you that cold feeling in your stomach. The big exam is tomorrow, and that clock on the wall, it's ticking loudly.
So the exam's tomorrow. You haven't touched a book, that cold panic is starting to set in, and you're probably kicking yourself for procrastinating. Look, believe me, we have all been there. Okay, first things first. Stop panicking right now. It's literally the worst possible use of your energy. So you put it off. It happens. The good news is you still have one full day, and that is more than enough time if you have the right plan. So I want you to take a deep breath. Seriously, get up, get focused, because it's time to turn this whole thing around. We're going to walk through the exact strategy to make some grade history in the next 24 hours. Okay, phase one, we need a battle plan. We have to go from feeling total chaos to being in complete control. And listen, the absolute worst thing you can do is just flip open your textbook to page 1 and start mindlessly reading. That's not a plan, that's a recipe for disaster. And here's the secret weapon, the core principle that's going to save you. It's the 80-20 rule. And what it means is that not all information is created equal. Your mission today isn't to learn everything. No way. It's to find that critical 20% of the material that's going to get you 80% of the points on that exam. So the big question is, how do we find that golden 20%? Well, we're going to do a quick ruthless triage. Step 1, dump everything out. List every single topic you need to cover. Step 2, circle the high-yield stuff. You know what I'm talking about, the things your professor kept repeating, the big ideas that everything else connects to. That's your 20%. Then, step 3, you assign your time based on that priority list. And here's how you're actually going to structure the day. We are not doing a 12-hour marathon study session. That's just no. Instead, you're going to work in super focused 2-hour blocks. And in between, you take a 10 to 15-minute break. And listen, those breaks, they're not optional. They're what's going to keep your brain from completely frying. All right, your battle plan is set. Your schedule is locked in. Now let's talk about the how. How are you actually going to study? And let me be crystal clear. Just passively rereading your notes over and over again, that is officially banned. And this right here, this is probably the most important slide in this whole thing. On the left, you've got passive rereading. It feels productive, right? But all it does is create this illusion of competence. You recognize the words on the page, but when you're under pressure in the exam, you can't actually pull the information out. On the right, that's your new best friend, active recall. This forces your brain to retrieve the info, and that is what builds strong, reliable memories. So what is active recall? Look, it's simple. It's you testing yourself before the professor gets a chance to. Instead of just trying to shovel information into your brain, you're forcing your brain to pull it out. And every single time you do that, you're building a stronger, faster mental pathway to that information. And the best part is, you can start doing this right now. Read a chapter, close the book, grab a blank piece of paper, and just write down everything you can remember. Make some quick flashcards. And for you math and science folks, solve problems from scratch. No peeking at the solution. That little bit of struggle is where the real learning happens, I promise. Now, if you really want to make sure you understand something, not just memorize it, you've got to use the Feynman technique. The idea behind it is pure genius. If you can't explain something simply, you don't actually get it. Hiding behind big, fancy words, it's usually just a sign that you're masking a gap in your own knowledge. And it's so easy to do. Just 4 steps. 1, pick a concept. 2, try to explain it out loud like you're talking to a 12-year-old. No jargon, just simple words. 3, you'll immediately notice where you get stuck or trip up. Bam! Those are your knowledge gaps. Go back to your notes and fill them in. And 4, try explaining it again. Simple. This is basically a cheat code for deep understanding. Okay, your mental game is strong. Your strategy is set. But let's not forget, your brain is a physical part of your body. It needs the right kind of fuel to pull this off. Seriously, sustained energy is your secret weapon today. Just look at this chart. It tells the whole story. If you reach for that candy bar or that energy drink, yeah, you'll get a quick high, followed by a massive, brutal crash. That's the last thing you need. But high-protein snacks, they give you that nice, stable, sustained energy that'll keep you sharp for hours. So what does that actually look like? Think Greek yogurt with some nuts, a hard-boiled egg and some avocado, maybe some cottage cheese with berries, or even some roasted chickpeas. These are your allies for the next 24 hours. Keep them handy.
Oh, and one more thing. And this is so simple, but so important. Drink water. Being even a little bit dehydrated is a one-way ticket to fatigue and brain fog. Just keep a water bottle with you all day and keep sipping. It makes a huge difference.
All right, we're heading into the home stretch. The sun's going down, the finish line is in sight. Let's talk about these last few super crucial hours and how to use them to lock in everything you've worked so hard on today.
Listen to me on this. This is the number one rule for the night before an exam. You will not, I repeat, will not start any new chapters. Your job is not to learn new stuff anymore. It's just to review and reinforce what you already covered. Run through your flashcards, look at your summary notes, and that's it.
And that leads us to maybe the most underrated but most critical part of this whole plan: sleep. 5 to 6 hours, that's your floor. It's the bare minimum. And no, that's not a suggestion. It is a non-negotiable command for success tomorrow. And here's why that's so important. An exhausted brain is a useless brain. It doesn't matter how many hours you studied. If you're a zombie, you won't remember any of it. See, sleep isn't wasted time. It's when your brain actually does the hard work of organizing all that information and moving it into your long-term memory. Pulling an all-nighter, you might as well not have studied at all. It's total self-sabotage. Okay, this is it. Game day. You've made a plan, you've studied smart, you've eaten right, you even got some sleep. Now it's time to walk into that room and just execute.
So here's your final game plan for when you're in the room. You get that paper, take one deep breath, and just scan the whole thing. Find the easy questions, the ones you know you can crush, and do those first. It builds confidence, it builds momentum. Keep your answers organized, and hey, if you hit a question that totally stumps you, skip it. Move on. Don't let one hard question sink your entire exam. You can always come back later.
And that's it. The entire plan is right there in front of you. You have the tools, you have the strategy. Yeah, the clock's ticking, but now you know that 24 hours is more than enough time. So the only question left is, are you ready to go turn that grade around?